Good job.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newlydeads.
We are.
Yay! And this show, if this is your first time tuning in, is a half-hour chat show where my significant partner over here and I watch a movie and then talk about said movie with you fine fellows.
And our dogs.
Peeps and all of the things. And our dogs.
And our dogs.
Yes.
By the way, just real quick, I don't know if we were going to discuss this, but I'm going to throw it out there. This is the first time we're using our new mics that we're testing out. So if you happen to hear any scrapes or scuffs or scribbles and scrub, I don't know, whatever words I'm trying to say, it's because we're kind of learning how they work a little bit. So
and if you see me like sitting here like a statue, it's because I don't want to move to like make it go.
But bear with us. We're trying to improve things, and this is a step towards getting even further down that road. So, all right.
You're our guinea pigs.
He loves guinea pigs and axolotls.
If this is your first time watching, you can come talk to us. Or that's not first time watching. And let me back up. If this is Wednesday night at some sort of time,
6:30 or 7 Central Standard Time
on YouTube, you can go and watch us and talk to us at the same time,
live and in person.
Yep. Mr. Newlydead over here is very active, and I usually sit right next to him, and then he's like, "Oh, they said this," and then I would be like, "Oh, I'll say that back to them." So
you can talk to her too, is what she's saying.
Yep.
We're both there, but if for some reason you're unable to catch it live, the show is replayed. Well, not replayed. The show is available to stream for. I want to say there's some sort of a time limit on it, but you can watch it for quite a while. So you can go back, look up the date of the show. Our show always airs on Wednesday. Find the Wednesday date, and then you can just skip straight ahead to our show or watch the entire night of programming. There's good stuff on there. Al Omega follows us directly after. We always watch that. And then there's good stuff before and after that too. So check it out.
Check it out. And as my husband already said, this is Shaggy. We just found out that he's 11 different kinds of dog. We did a DNA test on him, but he's mostly Great Pyrenees. He's 30% Great Pyrenees.
Could have knocked me over with a feather when I found that out, because he does not look like a Great Pyrenees all that much, but hey.
Yeah. But he's also got Shih Tzu and Chihuahua and Pit Bull and Border Collie, or not Border Collie, just Collie.
That terrier that looks like a Pit Bull. I forgot the name of it.
Staffordshire
Terrier, yeah.
Those are also Pit Bulls.
Then they look like it. But anyway, so yeah, we just got DNA done for Christmas for him, and we got it on my oldest's birthday. So but what's Dollar Store Drive-In all about?
Oh yeah. So I already said that.
You did?
Yeah. I said if this is your first time watching, this is a show where it's a half-hour chat show where me and my husband watched a movie, and then we're going to talk about it with you fine fellows and people and things. Do you remember that?
I do remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
We do make it something that we've never seen before.
Oh, that was the part.
Something under $5. And the method that we get it, we typically go out and get them from the Dollar Store, Dollar Tree, some sort of a brick and mortar location for a physical copy that we then catalog in the basement. That don't know what we're going to do with those yet, but they're there.
But this
week, Randy from IT and Distribution has been providing us with films for the entire run of our show, almost at this point, which is coming up on a year. And so this week we are watching.
I always say it wrong. It's the Snow Monster versus Ice Shark.
Correct. Which on the thing that we got, it just said Snow Monster, but then on the actual when we started to look into it,
when we started watching the movie, it actually said, like in the beginning of it said
Snow Monster
versus Ice Shark.
And
which I don't, but I don't really quite get that, because it wasn't really Snow Monster versus Ice Shark most of the movie.
Most of the time it was versus some other people. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So
So, do I have to make up a synopsis again?
I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to make up since you've actually seen the film now.
Yeah.
Last time you hadn't seen it yet. This time you actually know kind of what the plot is.
Was that the Himalayan mountains?
That I don't remember. You can just say mountains.
What mountains are in China?
It wasn't really any of those things because remember they went through the cave and
It
they ended
wasn't.
up in like
Okay.
Magic Land.
It's true. I know the Himalayan mountains are like, I want to say they're like in China or in like India, like that kind of, I don't know. Geography was not my favorite subject.
Neither.
I barely know how to get home from work.
That's not true. She gets all over town. I get lost sometimes.
I'm able to go places, but
I've been here over a decade, but she knows her way around real good.
I try.
She's smart.
Okay. You ready?
I am.
Deep in the wintry lands in between our world and the next, purgatory possibly, who knows, lives a creature so large that you can barely see the top of his head. This group of ragtag soldiers and scientists fight to find a lost group of scientists. What is that? Who got lost in the wilderness. Join us as they fight for survival and sharks who swim on the land. Snow monster versus ice shark. Bow, bow, bow. The end.
You can't watch me because then you get distracted.
Because he's funny.
You gotta. She likes seeing what I try to do.
It's my favorite part of the show.
But she shouldn't be watching it because then
you were doing some big hand movements.
I was trying to.
You're not bumping your microphone.
I'm being very careful. I think I'm fine because it's not moving much.
Watch, it's the whole time you're just like.
It's like. We're like, gosh darn it, we ruined the entire episode. We're sorry if this is our lost episode.
Or last episode.
Or last. No. Not after all we've done. No way.
They just heard me yawn, probably. I'm
yawning.
yawning.
I think Randy from ITN would be happy about that if we stopped showing his movies.
Yeah, it'd be sad.
So
okay. So should we actually show them what the trailer is so that way they understand a little bit more of the context on the synopsis that I just did?
I think that'd be a good idea. And if you people there, if any of you people out there saw our episode on Land Shark, this is very, very similar, and I'm not entirely sure was not made and or written and or at least starring one other person from that film. So if you've seen that,
similar but not the same,
it's going to be kind of a similar joint. So, okay, but the assemblage of clips known as a trailer.
It's here.
It's already here.
Beep, beep.
Where'd it come from?
We're here.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't see it coming. You were looking that way.
Oh,
all right.
Oh, sadness.
So we'll be right back. What did you think about the trailer? I don't think Joel probably did anything to it because he usually doesn't mess with the ITN trailers.
No, I try to leave those alone. And
So that
you
was,
know,
yeah, uncut,
filtered, touched.
untouched virgin trailer.
Ooh,
Hmm.
beep, beep.
Beep beep. So what'd you learn about it?
I learned that there was a snow monster and some snow sharks.
That I kept
ice
calling it
sharks.
a snow beast.
I looked it up as Snow Beast, which there was another movie from 2000 and something called Snow Beast. Not the same movie, incidentally. So anyway, on my sheet, I always draw things, which I always tell you guys about that, and eventually maybe you'll be able to see them as well. But I did the guy with the holes in their head. There's a bunch of those. I drew the snow beast. It says Laura thinks I'm cute.
Yep.
Because the first thing that whenever I see a monster in a movie
that he thinks I'll think is cute,
I always assume she's going to think it's cute for the most part, unless it's like not cute. But and I drew this little weird little scully guy that's got kind of the eyes I was doing on my Valentine thing, and then I drew a poop with some flies next to it.
You did draw poop.
Yeah, but we'll get to that because it's not what you think.
You drew a big poop.
I drew a poop with flies, but it's not what you think. Trust me on this. All right, so Snow Monster, also called Deju Guai, is from 2019, currently sitting at 4.5 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. I'm sorry, Snow Monster versus Ice Shark. This is directed by Huang He, who also is known for Underground Monster, not to be confused with Snow Monster, Direnji and the Flying Head.
That sounds interesting.
And that's it. That's all that I had.
I want to see the flying head.
Direnji and the Flying Head? Yeah, could be interesting. I don't know. I don't know why the head is flying. I don't know if it's detached from the body. I don't know if it's...
Or if they threw a head and now it's flying.
Right. Like, why is the head flying? Did Direnji, like, is he like a baseball player and it's like just a head that they throw and they hit around with a bat? I don't know. The poster that we'll put up will give a little more context to you folks. But yeah, we won't know until then because I didn't look it up. I just saw that there was only 2 credits. Yeah. This was written by 2 people. The first one is Shengfen Zhang, who wrote Snake 2, Snake 3, and Restart the Earth, which we've mentioned on a prior show for Landshark, as well as Snake 2. They made lots of snake movies.
I see.
We'll get to that as well. And then this was also co-written by Pianjia Lang, and this is their only credit.
Okay.
But this is from 2019, so they're maybe working on their next script or shopping some stuff around. Who knows? This stars one Tang Jin, who was... you may recognize these titles because of the Landshark episode, because Tang Jin was also in Landshark. He was in Touching Gold Captain. He was in Landshark, as I've mentioned several times. And he was in Restart the Earth, which was also just mentioned. The other person's name that I wrote down was Jingtang Zhang, who the only reason I chose them out of the cast, because most of the cast had very limited credits, like 1 credit maybe, and they were mostly like romance movies. And so this person's credits were a little bit more interesting. The first movie I'll mention is The Magic of Children, subtitled Magic Attack. Sounds kind of like a Harry Potter thing, you know, maybe. Like children are magic, but yet they attack you. I don't know. I'm very curious about this. And the other one is...
Cadavra.
Exactly. Wait, now I'm going to die.
Yeah.
The other one is My Roommate is a Detective.
Fun.
It's like Detective Pikachu if your roommate was Pikachu.
Yeah.
I just thought of it because it's over there on the shelf.
Pikachu.
All right. So at this point in the episode, my wife turns to me and says,
"What'd you think?"
And I say, "I have thoughts about Snow Monster versus Ice
But
Shark."
he's not running away. That's good.
Do I run away?
Yeah, sometimes you're like, "That's all, folks."
Oh, yeah, and I just kind of pretend like the show's over already. The first thing I want to say is that kudos for having subtitles.
Yes, I like that they had subtitles.
That was a very welcome change from Landshark.
I would much rather watch a movie with subtitles than a dubbed over version.
Granted, the subtitles sometimes were a little fast, and sometimes you couldn't catch everything they said immediately.
Yeah, it's what the rewind button's for.
Exactly. But I would prefer that to the horrible subtitles we had,
All day.
or the horrible dubbing we had on Landshark.
Or that other one, that movie where they were stuck in the room and like the guy was dead the whole time.
Saw?
No, it was like a Korean movie.
A Korean movie.
And it was like really badly overdubbed, like with a little girl that was like, you could tell it was like an adult person's voice, like pretending like they're a little girl.
It was Landshark.
No, it was like a ghosty movie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to figure that out.
You
later.
guys know what I'm talking about.
I know.
This
I'm
isn't
looking
your
at you
first
guys.
rodeo.
Wait, we're talking about rodeo? No. I do have to say that the majority of the special effects are better than your average asylum film. There
are some funny ones though.
There were some that were just like for the one that she is specifically referencing. There's a scene where they break out of this cave into a snowy wonderland because they are being saved from an explosion that happens, and they turn around and what do they see?
A tiny fire coming out of the mountain.
Something with the perspective was really off, so the hole looked like it was about like this big.
You could just tell it was a shot of a model.
Either a model or some really, like I said, really bad.
They fell
like,
really
CGI,
far if it was that far away.
It does not look right.
No, it looks really, 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 really fake. And when they were falling,
oh, that wasn't
into
good
the hole.
Yep. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you're trying to draw perspective for the first time, and the chair is bigger than the child.
Or you're an adult like me and I can't draw perspective.
She can draw. Don't let her fool you.
Perspective is hard.
Perspective. I can't do perspective well either. So that's just the thing that some people are good at, and some people would have to learn more. It was definitely felt a lot like the spiritual successor, or I don't know which one came first, to Landshark. I know I keep mentioning that movie, but I feel like they were like, if you were to do a double feature of these two films, it would feel like you saw the same film or a very similar version of the same film. Even the sets and the storyline were almost like very similar. Yeah, it was like a formulaic kind of thing. They had all the tropes that were back. They had the hero that had facial hair. They had the love interest that was, this kind of smart and capable, but also pretty, and kind of had moments of incapability.
The military guys.
Had the military guys, with one guy with the like cornrows or whatever.
Did you say the bad guy? Like the mean businessman? The
mean businessman. Then you had the nice fatherly kind of guy that was kind of the counterpoint. And then you had the overweight friend who saves the day, but also is potentially going to die. The only thing I think we were missing was there wasn't any children, was there?
No. I mean, kind of, but not really. So like there was like the queen and then the daughter.
Right.
Yeah. So like she was the kid, but like it wasn't like a kid.
I'm trying to remember the name of the kid was in Landshark. But yeah, it wasn't like a little kid. It was like...
Oh, it was something like
Yu or Juju.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Poo poo or something. It was two words that sounded the same.
Ha ha or something.
It was, that actually is pretty close. I think it was something like that. This very much felt to me like it was, if somebody was writing this and they were like, okay, I'm going to take aspects of The Descent, Journey to the Center of the Earth, and maybe like Godzilla versus Kong and mix it up, because you had like creatures that were underground that were from a prehistoric era. You had like them traveling into, deeper into the earth, and then you had like I'm gonna forget what they call it, and where Godzilla is from, like where King Kong and Godzilla come from. It's not Middle Earth. It's like something like that. It's like,
like the center of the earth.
Yeah, that's like but you have to like travel through this like portal thing to get there.
It's like a wormhole.
But it's like inside the planet. It's like, but you can't get there unless I'm drawing a blank, and I've seen all these movies and
8 million times.
But
Alicia would be very disappointed.
Exactly.
Right,
my kid would be like beating me up the side of the head right now.
Almost to the point of disowning.
But when they get to this snow covered under earth, let's call it, there's like it's got its own planets that you see that are different. It's got a different. It just feels like a different place,
Weird.
which again, very much like the Godzilla and King Kong. What's the word I'm looking for? Lore.
How did they drive there?
I don't know.
You know,
Very carefully.
that's the thing. It's like the people drove there. Like the
Magical
first
Winnebago.
group. You remember the
Mhm.
first group? How did they drive there?
Magical Winnebago.
It even said that they were just like exploring the winter lands or something like that, like the snow-covered winter lands. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't.
And then it just went kind of sideways when he's like, okay, well, we need to do this weird ritual where we like push a rock and then like, you know, it'll open up this portal to this other. How did those people drive there? Like, I just want to be like, why do we got to go through Indiana Jones land when like they just like literally just drove there? I don't know.
That part was a big mystery.
And how did they get there?
There were some plot holes.
Did they drive there?
Who?
The scientist?
The snow monster? Oh.
The snow monster's just like driving a Jeep. He's like, beep, beep.
That's
Who's
how he
got
broke
the
his
keys
horn.
to the Jeep?
He
Bro.
hit something. Speaking of the snow monster, he had very clean teeth for a monster. And
He was very sweet.
he's kind of a dick. He's got a good sense of
No,
humor, but he
he's
was kind of a dick.
Oh yeah, he was kind of a dick.
But it was funny because
Well, one of his horns got shot off.
It's true.
I'd be a dick too if my horn got shot off.
I also feel like they were doing the guy in a monster suit for some of the shots, and they were then like green screening him in. The land sharks, the ice sharks were all CGI, but the snow monster, I'm pretty sure, was a guy in a suit with CGI touch-ups. Just with the way he moved, he didn't move like CGI. He moved like a guy in a suit.
Yeah, I agree. He was big.
He was very large.
He was like bigger than a mountain.
I said that the one military guy with the braids, I called him Tom Brady, Braidy, because he
Very funny.
cornrow kind of things.
Got jokes.
Oh, I also said that I bet he poops big. That's why that I drew a poop.
Oh,
Because-
the Yeti? I mean, the snow monster?
The snow monster was so big that when he was walking away, he's got this tail. And I was like, man, he must poop really big.
He looked like a white demon.
Kind of, yeah. Like he's got 3 horns on top and then 2 kind of curly horns on the side. And then he's got like
Black
a lot of
eyes.
teeth. Yeah. And like a little nose. But then he's got a tail and like big human-like hands with dirty fingernails and stuff.
He was cute.
For a snow monster, he was pretty cute. I wasn't quite sure what happened with the ending because I don't want to spoil too much, but some really horrible stuff happens and then it just kind of ends on a downbeat. But then they have like a pseudo, like once the credits start rolling, the film continues, but in like a little box to the side of the credits. So kind of like a mid-credit scene, but the movie credits are going and it's still the movie. And they do something in the movie that then immediately says, okay, these same characters technically are now going to be involved in this sequel, which does not actually involve the snow monster. It involves an entirely different creature that they see on a screen. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. I could not figure out how it's connected or what the other movie is exactly. I think it's one of the ones that one of the other the writers wrote, one of the other films that they wrote. I'll try and do some more research before I release the episode. So when I'm editing, so you guys will know kind of what we find out. Yeah, I thought I had something else to say there about that, but it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But what was one thing that happened during this film that is going to automatically kind of make it?
I fell asleep. I was tired.
We had been shoveling really heavy, wet snow.
Yeah. And I woke up early, which is weird because, I technically could have had the day off, but I worked anyways.
She did.
And instead of
She's
just
good. Employee.
going back to sleep and taking some extra time, I decided to stay up and I started working immediately as soon as I woke up instead of giving myself a little bit of a break. And then, so I was just really tired. The whole day I was tired.
There was a reason for it because she was actually, I think, enjoying the film.
The movie.
And she liked the snow monster, and there was a lot of snow monster action at the end.
Mm-hmm. Makes
So
me
I was a
sad.
little surprised that she fell asleep, but not considering what we had to go through that whole day.
Once I get cold,
So
I get my hands like underneath my legs and then I fall asleep
it's true. We've been together over 5 years, and I've seen it multiple times.
all the time.
So at this point,
I'm tired
I-
now.
I guess it's about the time to wrap up talking about it, eh?
Yeah. All right. So on a scale of 0 to 5 holes in the head.
Holes in the head.
Yeah, there was like this whole scene where they had a bunch of like they found a bunch of people that were like skeletons and they had holes in their head.
And then
We're not going to tell them why though, right? Because you want them to see it.
The reason why was kind of, I mean, I said that there were some prehistoric creatures that were involved. I won't tell you what they were.
Yeah.
But I thought they were kind of cute. And
I thought that was a spooky scene at first, and then it just kind of went on a little bit long.
Yeah, it went a little sideways. But
sideways.
For me, I feel like it's maybe like a 3.5 out of 5.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I was going to give it a 3, but since I fell asleep, I'm going to give it a 2.
No, you don't have to hold to that rule. You know?
Yes, I do. All right. How about a 2.5?
Split the difference. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I'll give it that way. I'll give it a 3.5. Also,
I'll take it.
All right. So if they don't want to watch this movie, what should they watch instead?
Well, I'm going to say instead of don't watch this movie, I'm going to say in addition to watching this film.
Yeah.
Because I think the thing that this really like the most harkens back to in my brain, because I kept watching and I'm like, this is very familiar and I couldn't figure out why. And then at the end, when I wrote down my original suggestion, I was like, oh no, you got to go back farther. Because my original suggestion was Skull Island. But you got to go back to the 1933 original King Kong, because you've got a giant creature that's misunderstood, that's actually working for the good of the tribe that is protecting him, and vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
There's prehistoric creatures that he has to fight. They kind of have to go through a lot of trouble to get to this hidden island that technically is not like an alternate. But sorry for the interruption. But there's it's kind of a hidden space where nobody's been to. And then the creature has to fight the bad guys, and there's planes. There's planes in this that were trying to stop him, and it just felt very much like King Kong, but with a very modern kind of air to it.
Yeah, I would concur. That's a good, suggestion.
Plus, I'm always going to tell you to go back and watch the classics, because if you want to know where a lot of the stuff comes from that you're seeing today,
classic.
Got to go back to the originals.
You got to see the classics.
And it holds up, kids. Maybe the special effects are a little dated, but it was 1933.
Well, it holds up, but there's some races to kind of.
The problem with a lot of the old movies is that yes, there is some issues with
it. Doesn't hold up.
Those aspects.
It's interesting, but it's a fun movie. But there's
put it in historical
blatant
context.
Racism in it. Yeah,
that's true. You gotta put it into the historical context.
Yeah. So when you say it holds up.
It doesn't make it right, but you can at least understand why it existed.
Aesthetic, not vintage values.
Be glad that we've moved past a lot of that. There's still problems, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So what are we watching next week?
Oh yeah. So here's where things might get a little. So I apologize in advance if they get a little.
I think you're doing okay.
But I'm trying not to move. So next week we are watching From the Vault of Fun, chosen at random.
Everfall.
Not to be confused with the Foo Fighters song.
A film by John Cusack.
Oh, John Cusack.
Do you know who Joe Perry, Colin Fiore, and Jessica McLeod is?
Colin Fiore's name sounds familiar, as does Joe Perry, but Jessica McLeod, not so much.
I like the shoe thing on the back. Okay.
There's a shoe thing on the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna. This looks like it's gonna be not great. Okay.
Book by its cover.
You're right. I mean, the front cover, I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Okay, a year after an unfortunate accident, Eva has a disappointing tryout as a big figure skating competition, or at a big figure skating competition. Her coach invites her to compete in a mysterious competition in the small town of Everfall to work on her skills. Eva brings along her boyfriend, Daniel, who's Joe Perry,
Good old Daniel.
an extreme sports YouTube star, and his cameraman, Jordan, to document Eva's last chance at resurrecting her skating career. This sounds so weird. Once in Everfall, though, a series of horrifying events unfold, forcing them to face things more terrible than they could imagine.
Oh. There's where the horror slash
Lots of
thriller
branchy
thing
looking
happens.
kinds of things. Oh yeah, I see her with her ice skates on there.
Kind of like a Wendigo.
And then that's
kinda
what those
looking
kind of things are. It's
something.
like
How those are ice skates and not
maybe
cool little
there's a
documentaries.
Wendigo. I don't know.
kind of. Whenever I see like tree branchy looking horn shapes, I always think of Wendigos or like
Wendigo, yeah.
something along those lines. Or if you've ever seen The Ritual, which if you haven't, holy crap, watch that movie. But I don't
got
think
a
the whole
knife
thing
in
is
her
great.
hand.
But that movie was
He's got a
way better than I expected.
He's got a shotgun and she's got a knife in her hand and she's got a bloody skate.
We're gonna need shotguns for this.
It looks like maybe like a murdery, psychotic looking town.
Well, we'll find out. So join us next week to find out for yourself as well.
And where can they find us?
If you'd like to find us, you can find us at thenewlydeads.com. Currently, we are working to revamp the site as we speak, not like at this exact moment.
No, we're fixing it.
But we're working on it.
Fixing to do some fun things.
We've also got some new things that are coming. And so keep your eyes and ears open to the Facebook page. We're also on Instagram, Spoonflower, and a bunch of other places. But yes, things are coming.
Yep. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next week,
Keep it cheap and creepy.
bye.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going?
We're gonna finish this. Goodbye, Tom.